Hello, welcome back to menstrap.com. Today's topic is why do you attract men who don't deserve you? I'm going to read Anna's letter about the breakthrough we had over a few months of consultation. Breaking up is tough. I should know. I have had some really terrible relationships in the past. After figuring out what was wrong with me, I could move on, but that would never help when it came time to pick a new man. My experiences and history with previous men did a fantastic job at preventing me from having a healthy, positive relationship with new men. I could easily see signs of where these bad relationships were going in the early stages. I knew how it would end and I knew what I wanted. I was having such a hard time meeting the type of man I wanted to be with. I had a clear vision what this man should be like. I'm not saying that I knew how he should behave, but I had some qualities in mind like honesty, adherence, self-confident, diligent, caring, witty, curious, and so on. I just wanted to meet a real man, not a baby. To be honest, most men are like babies who are looking for a replacement for their mothers. Most men had few of the qualities I just mentioned, and it became a problem. I knew that my chances of being happy with them were really low. The people who surrounded me felt that I was dreaming and would never find anything like what I wanted. Even my best friend said that I was too picky and that I will end up with nothing. My answer to that was always the same. I'd rather end up with nothing than with a moron. Thank you, but I had enough relationships with overgrown children. I don't want to be one of those people who is constantly complaining about their bad partner or husband. I wanted to be proud of the relationship I would have with a fantastic partner. I wanted to enjoy making our life together. Ted helped me to analyze how I was picking my men out. The first thing that came to my attention was the whole idea of falling in love. Ted helped me to notice how falling in love would prevent me from really analyzing the person I was with. I would see signs but not acknowledge them. Love is blinding, isn't that what they say? This feeling of enlightenment and excitement was like a drug for me. All of my good judgment went out the window. This is how I felt with most of the men that I have had the privilege to deal with. Of course, this is so-called love ends, and I ended up in a relationship that I didn't want. I obviously needed to revisit the way I choose men so that I could stop having to take on the burden of ending things with them. This is the cycle I have gone through most of my life. Pick the wrong man and get stuck. After building the courage to break it off, I would pick another wrong choice. It happened to me again and again. I was worried because I saw a pattern forming. I call this love candy eyes just because I felt like a child who saw really great candy. Nice wrapping, colorful box with a big fancy ribbon, and in that moment when you are taking it, it feels so good. You're happy like that child and you don't think about the consequences. You don't think about the fact that this candy is so unhealthy. You ignore the nutritional facts that clearly indicate it is only sugar and chemicals. You realize that the taste is not as good as you thought. You know you should just spit it out, but you can't. Instead, you tell yourself that the taste might get better after a few bites or at the end. You remember how it was initially packed and it looked really good. This is how candy ice works for me. From psychological standpoint, candy eyes are the state which prevents you from thinking and understanding the real situation. It is like a narcotic leading you to romanticize and idolize another person. The problem is that candy eyes doesn't show you real world. It's like using a broken mirror. You need to consciously make the decision to not allow yourself to be fooled by these false lenses. I believe you know exactly what I'm talking about here. All decisions we make during the beginning of these relationships are irrational and we dive into the ocean of love, so-called love, with a person who doesn't deserve it. This realization had led me to a conclusion that I need to change my behavior, or I will be stuck in that circle forever. I would like to thank Anna for such a great share, and I would like to thank you for listening. I'll see you soon. Take care.